Anyway, so that's it. This is something that I want you to understand, that the key takeaway from this conversation is we know the vaults are being depleted. Where's it going? Well, I'll tell you where it's going. In China, anyway, it's going to a company that, do they make coins? Yeah. Do they sell coins? Yeah. Do they hold investment assets? Yeah. What else do they do? Well, they do everything. They do everything. This is a Chinese currency.
In this video, Vince Lanci will talk about the depletion of vaults and where the silver is going. He mentions that a significant portion of it is going to China. The silver is being acquired by a company in China that deals with coins, investments, and various other activities. Vince anticipates that the final boss level of silver prices will be tested in November. He believes that China and the BRICS countries will conduct deals using gold to settle transactions at average prices from the previous year, so don't miss the end of this informative video.
The vault. Now, you may remember last week we talked about the vault and how it remains one of the most important things. It is the most important thing for us to look at that we can see on a daily or repeated basis. What's becoming harder is to get fresh information out of it. And by that, I mean, the vault's strained, it's hit a bottom, and unless it goes to zero, that information isn't really helping us. It's just going chopping back and forth. And it's significant, don't get me wrong, but there's no fresh information coming out of it unless it goes to zero or unless it climbs back up to infinity. So we talked last week about flow and stock. You know, when the vault is a snapshot, the life of silver is a movie, right? And the snapshot mattered so much when silver wasn't moving around, when no one cared about it. Well, now it's out of frame, right? It's literally out of frame. So what we need to know is, if that was the supply, we need to know where the demand is pulling it. Where's it going? And these are conversations that I've had with Bai, formally and informally. And, you know, he just put on his logistics shoes because that's one of his expertise areas. And he went out and did a long, thorough paper on it. So the vault, right? We're from the vault, which represents supply. Leaving the vault represents demand. We know that. But where the hell is it going? Well, is it going for coins? Is it going to some sort of BRICS monetary thing? That was a serious question for me. I asked him, where is this going? Is this really all solar? And is this really all industrial, is really what I said. And he said it might be. And so he looked into it. I was looking to see if they had demand for coins like we do. And mind you, they do. This will come out. This will come out that the company that's buying them is a conglomerate. You know, like the Japanese had Keiretsus, the US have monopolistic corporations. This is, you know, your Chinese conglomerate. So let's go into that, capital and value. And that's their economy, what it's transformed into. And these guys, Chengtong, are at the forefront of that. They're like a NASA in that sense. Okay, so where was I? Going off, but this is important. Like, that's why I don't doubt this shit. These guys are moving up the supply chain into the value area chain. There's only one part of silver that they don't dominate in yet, and they don't have any exposure at all, but that's the point. They have no exposure until they have some, and that area is in actually creating powder. And there's probably some, you know, very sensitive secrets or complexities that they're working their way around now, but they tend to go into an area of the supply chain, learn it, assimilate it, dominate it, and then move to another place. And they're probably going to be going into the powder manufacturer next. Anyway, so despite its dominance in the silver market, the article cautions that Chengtong PM's vast reach also exposes it to potential vulnerabilities. Factors such as silver deposit depletion, geopolitical tensions, or market shocks could disrupt the supply chain and lead to a silver crisis with far-reaching implications for the global market. So Chengtong as a company is a potentially risky investment, because if they haven't secured their supply so they can add the value in the value chain, well, that's a problem. But that's not a problem if you're a silver bull, right? Okay. Additionally, the company takes on the role of an investment and asset managing entity, holding a significant portion of China's private gold and silver reserves. There's your clue. So while on the surface of it, these guys are buyers of silver for industry, they're also buyers of silver for investment. These guys are a monster. Anyway, so that's it. This is something that I want you to understand, that the key takeaway from this conversation is we know the vaults are being depleted. Where's it going? Well, I'll tell you where it's going. In China, anyway, it's going to a company that, do they make coins? Yeah. Do they sell coins? Yeah. Do they hold investment assets? Yeah. What else do they do? Well, they do everything. They do everything. This is a Chinese currency. Okay, so let's go to the market comment. And here we go. This is the weekly, right? And let me bring this down a little bit. So in the weekly, remember, this is our final boss, right? I want to tell you in a cautious way two things. One, this is the time of year that if everyone's long silver, they start to get out. If everyone's short silver, they also start to get out. But right now, most of the smaller money, everyone meaning the fund side, most of the smaller money is long silver. So while it obviously could go into and break that final boss thing, I'm expecting the final boss to be tested in November. In November. Why November? Because that's when you'll start seeing more coins. That's when you'll see people start shopping for Christmas. And the rollover from summer through fall, which is a liquidation as people get ready for the end of the year, meets with buying. And you'll see this, here it is, September, October, boom, November, up, right? September, October, boom. Now, of course, we went down again, but you're going to get an initial boost after September, after October. Usually, it's almost always bankable in November. So for that to happen, we have to sell off first. And I want you to understand that. So don't be disappointed on a day-to-day basis. Here's something else I want you to take away. China thinks like we do. We look at the silver price day to day. It frustrates us. It makes us annoyed. And we say, that's not reality. That's not reality. And no one listens to us. They think, you're an idiot. That's the price. The price is the price. The price is the price. And that's the neo-Keynesian concept, right? But news for you, when the BRICS launches, if is the word, right? But when the BRICS launches their food for gold program, which I wrote about yesterday actually, in a premium piece, you'll see that if you sign up. They also changed how they're going to value gold. They're not valuing gold on the day-to-day price. They're valuing gold on a moving average, the average price over the last 6 months, the average price over a year. Why? Because they don't want to get spoofed anymore. China and the rest of the world and Russia are reacting to manipulation by not looking at price on a day-to-day basis, which is what we all have been feeling. Price on a day-to-day basis doesn't matter. Price matters over a long period of time. Price on a day-to-day basis does not reveal value. Price reveals vulnerability by smaller, weaker players. It does not reveal value. So I want you to say that you're in good company. There is a mentality, economically in good company, right? You don't want them invading. There is a mentality in the world, you're not alone. We're not alone. There are people out there that say, wait a minute, on a day-to-day basis, it keeps getting manipulated. We want to look at it in the long run. So China and Russia are going to do deals. The BRICS are going to do deals where gold is used to settle the deal, but it's not today's price. It's the average price of last year. And that insulates them from spoofing. You know what's going to come next? Silver. Silver's going to be in this. I've been saying this for a year. It's coming. Just hang in there. Bulls can look at that as a bull flag on a weekly and say they want to get long above a certain price. And I would not disagree with them. So how about this? This is spot silver. I would speculate long above 25, 26.90. I would not be getting long right now. I know this is a bull flag and that's a channel. I'm not playing that game. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at sideways to lower because I'm going to mortgage the house and buy in November. That's it. Have a great day. I'm Vince.
Vince Lanci's video reveals that vaults are being depleted, and much of the silver is flowing to China. A Chinese company engaged in coin production and investments is a major recipient. Vince urges viewers to adopt a long-term perspective on silver, as day-to-day price fluctuations do not reflect its true value. He predicts silver's role in future deals and advises considering long positions, especially around November, for potential investment opportunities. Can you tell me what you think of today's video? Feel free to leave a comment, and we always appreciate your support by liking and sharing our videos. Thank you.